Hi, everyone. This week we're going to be talking about Chapter 9, which is covering leveraging social media content and analytics. So, the chapter is going to cover the adoption of social media and use, social media analytics by the channel, advantages and disadvantages of the types of social media channels, what viral media is and how you can measure it, and then location and iBeacon technologies that are used in social media. So, just a quick little chart. This data covers 2008 to 2015 by Pew Research, and it is saying that social media not only is growing drastically, but females are actually leading how many social media platforms are active currently. I thought that was an interesting thing to point out. So, social media analytics have evolved to focus on online audiences. We won't go through this whole thing, but based on your core audience's activities, you need to have the correct analytics to track. So, for instance, blogging would probably use some type of content analytics and Google Analytics. Online video might use YouTube and other video analytic platforms. So, go through this chart and kind of look at what social media platforms are being used to measure the type of channel and activities your members select. So, social media is all unstructured data. It takes a lot of time and extensive care. It is never structured, it's usually missing something, and it takes a lot of time and effort not only to organize the unstructured data, but also to revamp the content once you figure out what is being implemented by this data. And this can take 5 to 15 hours a week, normally more, especially since it's unstructured data. Besides most of what people say online, it can be interpreted and misinterpreted in many ways. A lot of times people are very sarcastic if you are online, so that you have to decode what people are actually meaning by the tone. We found to understand the context of a statement or a word, we must directly examine it. Bots, algorithms, and other automations really can't decode this. So, regardless of marketing speak, vendors provide what they say otherwise. You kind of have to go through and decode what your audience is saying on social media because artificial intelligence can't do that yet. Leveraging blogs. So, blogs and blogging have been so diverse and they were first created 20 years ago. They can be on several topics, they can be specific to a reader or a searcher. Most are around food, fashion, technology, basically anything that you have an interest in, you can probably find a blog about it. Blogs do better than other types of websites on search engines because they have RSS feeds that are built into the structure of a blog, and the keywords often automatically added to the URL. Many blog platforms, the most popular being WordPress, Blogger, Tumblr, offer free accounts, and all platforms easily integrate with web analytic platforms like Google Analytics, which you probably have noticed through our little other videos that I post. So, some very popular online videos when you're leveraging like YouTube and Vimeo is eMarketer. It is an online video and vlogging where are among the most consumable content on the web. People are increasing the time that they spend about 54 minutes from 2004 to 75 minutes in 2018. People love watching videos. 68% of the American population says that that's one of their favorite ways to pass time. Low production costs. They are low to start up and capture videos. YouTube is basically free. The first 15 minutes was a limit for low traffic channels, has been like very relaxed now. As long as you verify your email, you can post how much ever long video you want. And videos can really just be uploaded. They just need to be uploaded and processed, and that's done within a few minutes. So it's really easy. They are extensible. They are sophisticated videos, editing tools, and are free, inexpensive, and accessible to almost everyone. YouTube's advertising network and analytics. YouTube channel owners are given the opportunity to earn income from their channels with advertising to appear in an uploaded video through YouTube's advertising network. Sophisticated targeting demographics, interests, and locations are able to be built in through the analytics channel. That's usually why you see YouTube ads. And sometimes if you're really good at like vlogging and posting on YouTube or Vimeo, a lot of times companies will send you free products to like sponsor them. So it's pretty cool. You can actually become an opinion leader through this. Sponsorship and partnership opportunities. YouTube sponsors have some video creators that can influence other people or brand ambassadors, and by providing an income to produce agreed upon video content. Brands can also provide YouTube channel owners with videographers with sponsorship and opportunities, and channel owners can partner with YouTube channels. YouTube production studios. So in some cities like New York, YouTube has its own studios where video graphers and vloggers can actually rent and produce their own videos. It's pretty cool. And advocacy. Videographers and musicians have traditional training and playbook resources and encourage creators to improve their skills and build upon their audience. So, how those are the advantages, but like, what are disadvantages to online videos? Well, it is stiff completion. So, online content creators are uploading their videos combined with the increasing short attention span of viewers. So, if you don't attract your viewer, odds are they're logging off instantly. I'm really bad about that. Viral sharing is uploading videos and increasingly hard to achieve a popular taste or new issues that are not entirely anticipated or predicted beforehand. And then ownership. Ownership and privacy is anything uploaded to YouTube that technically comes from you that technically becomes YouTube's property, even though the content of the creator retains the right to it. The details uploaded can be accessed through the government anytime they want. Let's talk about Twitter. So, leveraging Twitter. Twitter is a short form of communication. It used to have a cap on 140 characters. I think it's more than that now, maybe 210 or something like that. So, it doesn't have to have a lot of effort and tweet. Twitter has more than 317 million active users and more than 500 million tweets a day. That's a lot of information to digest. The addition of Periscope live streaming videos provides an easy way to publish content in real time. The value of Twitter is ultimately resided in the data analytics capabilities it provides on members for Twitter. So, how it reflects and changes society, including a deeper exploration into predictive analytics. Unlike other social media platforms, Twitter's extensive data is open to anyone who wishes to collect it. So, it can be very expensive to collect the amount of it, but it is good to have an extensive amount of data if you know how to code it. So while there are 100 of third-party free and paid analytics, Twitter analytics, many of them have free reporting systems that are really good. Twitter provides sophisticated advertising and targeting, only second to Facebook and Google AdWords. Facebook and Google AdWords basically have everything down pat. So, how are the disadvantages for Twitter? Twitter is poorly tracked record with releasing platform products that succeed. They are very noisy, and much of the mentions activities is repeated information. Twitter's audience hasn't grown much since like Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn have during the same periods of time. Let's talk about the advantages of Facebook. So, Facebook's popularized by the concept of virtual friends, and it is now the home base for many social media users. 2 billion people. That's so wild to me. Members of Facebook spend more time on this social network compared to any other social networks. 16% of college students spend between 4 to 6 hours a day getting entertained or staying in touch with their family friends on Facebook, while 34% spend 2 to 3 hours a day. I am guilty of falling asleep and watching like videos. I start out on like one video and then it's like suggests another video, and next thing I know I'm in like this big huge fish hole of like all these Facebook videos. So that's probably me that I'm helping build. Facebook has a vast advertising network and perhaps the most powerful analytics of social media networks. So any behavior can be targeted and identified on Facebook. So an example would be sharing content on Facebook. Users can now target that message to specific audiences like parents of newborns. Location capabilities are marketed, and Facebook's targeted ads can be shown within 1 mile of a advertiser's brick and mortar location store. In addition, custom audiences can be created with a list of phone numbers, Facebook's account, email addresses, etc. Ads are targeted to the members in Facebook, and they can now allow them to cross web target or retargeting. Lookalike audiences can also be created based on the behavior of targeted audience in Facebook. So Facebook obviously has several disadvantages. Fake news, they have bots and filter bubbles. They don't always let you see the most current post. And based on their new algorithm, it's like what they think is popular to you, even though you may not consider it always popular. They have a lot of privacy issues. They are being fined by the GDPR and the CCPA because they always are selling people's data. And they lack organic search traced from Facebook public offering. Let's talk about Reddit. Reddit's really big right now. The name Reddit is a play on words from the phrase read it. So the website's content is divided into multiple categories of default subreddits, and the discussions are visible from the front page to new viewers and site browsers, even without an account. Users earn karma on their profiles, so when posts and comments are upvoted, the upvotes translate into karma, whereby boosting the user's standing within the Reddit community. The perception of Reddit in media has improved over time. Reddit's grown into one of the most influential communities of the internet, and it's given birth to some interesting collaborative projects that reflect on a group character and value system. So, analytic platforms to leverage Reddit would be Reddit Insight. These are interactive analytic suites that can be found on reddit.com using their public API combined with real time data analysis and visualizations. Snoop Soup is it provides statistics on Reddit accounts and subreddits. Reddit Later is providing recommendations to users on the best time to post on Reddit. Reddit Metrics provides information on trending Reddits. Reddit Investigator provides information on specific Reddit accounts. Obviously, with advantages, disadvantages follow. Reddit is suspectable for being gamed. For example, in 2016, Nintendo NX controller leaked game subreddits, but it turned out to be fake information. So I guess that's a positive. Yelp. I actually really enjoy Yelp recently. Due to the COVID-19 crisis, I've not been able to travel. However, before I did, I used to travel quite a bit, and I use Yelp a lot. So Yelp is a platform that posts online reviews of local venues, particularly restaurants. Good business reviews boost review revenue, and terrible ones can actually close down a venue. In this age, everyone can be an online critic. I have been good with reviews, and I have also told them exactly how I felt when it was something bad. And a review is very vital. So Yelp is very helpful for strangers and travelers to find the best local venues based on their current location. And they also provide a way to engage with customers, build reputation, especially for the new customers. It also provides actionable analytics, which can improve your quality of services or offerings. So Yelp does have disadvantages. There have been several fake reviews and fake reviewers, and that can go both ways. A lot of times I see companies have their employees say like 5-star review and rate themselves, which is really so inconsiderate and inconsistent, and it boosts your levels up, which to me makes me distrust the company at that point. Yelp encourages customers to voice their own opinion, but it is not always a positive outcome for the organization, and they can also be really unreasonable. And then they have isolated cases where vendors are suing customers who left negative reviews and vice versa. Snapchat. Snapchat is one of the top 3 social media platforms among millennials. I would also go ahead and say Gen Z as well. Snapchat users are usually between 18 and 34 years old of age. 55% make under $75,000 a year based on what eMarketer has said. The average user checks Snapchat at least once a day to find out if their colleagues are doing something, if what they're doing in a short amount of time, because snaps usually range from 1 to 10 seconds. The My Story feature allows broadcasters to have multiple Snapchat photos and friends view their videos for over 24-hour period. Snapchat also allows add specific tags on Snap. So this can be like smart filters where you can tell everyone where you're at, and it's only like a small fee to do these. Snapchat also has a private chat option where it's where you can also do live videos, and the chat that is like FaceTiming. It provides an option to save user snaps as photos. Snapchat is also doing new features of studying a basis, and no doubt in this time of the book is published, there'll probably be a lot more to add. There is. This book was published in 2018. It is obviously 2020. So Snapchat has gone even crazier. Snapchat continues to grow, and I always have a prediction one day they'll bring back the top 3 friends, even when it caused trouble back in like the early 2010 decade. It was a really funny thing to think about. So Snapchat analytic options are limited and directed to brands or agencies that are not users or members. Snapalytics is providing automatic information, metrics, followers, and publishing designed and prices for brand advertisers. Delmondo is providing Snapchat analytics for brands and media companies. And Wicked Society is an analytic tool for brands, agencies, and influencers that are using Snapchat for business marketing. Snapchat did go public in 2017 and is a robust advertising platform. So they were actually private up until then. While Snapchat has many unique features, it obviously does have some disadvantages, particularly to millennials who are advertising resistant and privacy conscious. So it's difficult to get good analytics on the user's members because they are so resistant and private. And disappearing content in advertising tends to be a disadvantage, even if it's supposed to be an advantage. If you have your content disappear within 24 hours, no one else can see it anymore. Pinterest is a big virtual pin board. It's like an online scrapbook that users can stick anything on based on what your board is kind of like labeled. Pinterest makes it easy for stores to embed photos and video infographics and pinning them up on a dashboard. Now it can also take you to like whatever article of like clothing, or if it's like a little home good. Now they can actually link it to the store website and you can purchase like whatever is pinned on your board. They also use artificial intelligence to keep like suggested trends tracking on your Pinterest board. Analytics that can be tracking Pinterest is Pinterest Analytics for business users only. Tailwind is another analytics platform that overlaps its functional Pinterest analytics. Viral Woot provides activity tracking on multiple accounts along with the capabilities to promote specific pins. Kirchley is a brand monitoring analytic platforms and tracking visual imagery across platforms. And there is also Social Media Report, which is like also the Unimetric, and they have platform access to Pinterest's raw data or API.